Hey, it's Skylar again, and just like I promised you, this is the first of 4 videos that I've made. This one with emphasis on what we're putting in our bodies, or really what we're keeping outside of our bodies. This topic is really hilarious to me because this should be such a blatantly obvious topic. It should be obvious why we should keep our bodies healthy and in optimal condition, but in our society it doesn't seem like this is the case. So let's dive into this. There's a couple of reasons why I've chosen to eat the way that I do. And the first reason is because it's a sign of self-love and self-respect. What we put in our body, I mean, if we really love ourselves, doesn't it make sense that we would take care of ourselves in the most optimal way? I frequently visit Whole Foods, and the location in Arizona, every time I walk in, there's a sign out front and it says, treat your body as if it belongs to someone that you love. Very important to love ourselves, because if we don't love ourselves, we cannot love anything else or anyone else for that matter. It all stems from self-love and self-respect. The second reason why it's super important to have optimal health levels is because it allows us to create at the highest levels. You may say, well, I'm not creating anything. I'm not an artist. I'm not a musician. Well, we create our lives. We literally create every single experience that happens to us. We create the relationships that we have with our spouses and family members and friends. We create our money situations, our opportunities. We create our happiness and joy levels. We're literally creating everything. So if we're eating things that are putting us into a food coma, where our energy levels are very low, we're feeling very foggy in our minds, do you think you'll be able to create at optimal levels? Absolutely not. You've got to feel fantastic and you've got to have high energy levels to create at a high level. It makes sense. You know, if you want things to change, you've got to make changes. So let's dive into this. First, we're going to talk about what we keep outside of our body. That being said, it's probably pretty different than the way that you're eating and what we've heard. But just because we've done something our entire lives, or we've seen our parents do it, or we've seen everybody else do it, doesn't mean that it's right. Doesn't mean that it's serving us. When we hear something different than what everyone else is doing, it doesn't mean it's a conspiracy theory, right? In fact, if you continue to do things just because everybody else is doing them, that is the definition of a herd mentality. You're no better than a sheep. And I know you're much better than that. Much, much better than that. And for the sake of saving time, and so this video isn't, an hour long, at the very end of the video, I'm gonna include references where you can go and do your own independent research. I'm also gonna, in the video description, I'm gonna include those references. So instead of watching TV or whatever it is you're doing, I would highly, highly encourage you to take time out of your day to find out what you're putting in your body. If you have kids, what you're putting in your kids' body, what you're allowing your loved ones to put in their body. There's nothing more important than this, okay? I've heard the Dalai Lama say that it puzzles him and is absolutely crazy to him that we sacrifice our health so that we can become more prosperous, but in the sacrificing of our health, we become sick, then we spend all of our money trying to get better again. It doesn't make any sense. Okay, so let's dive into it. The first couple of things that I'm going to talk about are aspartame and sucralose. Aspartame you might better know as NutraSweet, equal, spoonful, and equal measure. First, this is a chemical. That should be the first red flag. Chemicals are bad for your organic body. You should not consume them. Aspartame was discovered when they were experimenting with an ulcer drug. It's 100 times sweeter than sugar, and so it's less expensive for these companies to produce than sugar. It's less expensive for them to produce Diet Coke than it is for them regular Coca-Cola. That's why they're pushing it so hard, okay? It's claimed to be 0 calories, but your body responds to it exactly the same as it does to sugar. So you get the same harmful effects as sugar, but you get countless other harmful effects. It's been known to cause blindness. It's been known to cause brain cancer. It's been known to cause brain and mental fog, brain tumors, weight gain, Diet soda causes more weight gain than regular soda, and it's far more addicting. This is insane. Keep this out of your diet. Keep it away from your kids and your loved ones. Next is sucralose. You might better know that as Splenda. Okay, sucralose is 600 times more potent than sugar, sweeter. They found this by doing experiments on insecticides and pesticides. That seems really safe, huh? This is known to cause cancer, infertility, and countless other things. This one is crazy because Splenda is actually only 1% sucralose because it's so sweet. That means what the fillers are different kinds of sugars. So to say that it's calorie-less, yeah, the sucralose is calorie-less, but nothing else is. So keep it away. There's better alternative. It contains chlorine. There's an awesome documentary called Sweet Misery and Sweet Deception. I would highly recommend looking into these things. You know, take a couple hours out of your day, instead of, like I said, watching television, educate yourself on how you can feel the best right now, how you can live the greatest life that you can live. This is the only one we get. Next is high fructose corn syrup. It's in almost everything. And the beautiful part about it is if it's in your food, that is a red flag that you should not be eating it. It's a junk product. It's garbage. This is a major link to obesity, diabetes. It has trace forms of mercury in it. Mercury is a deadly poison. Fructose corn syrup is deadly. Stay away from it. The next thing is monosodium glutamate, or MSG. This is an excitotoxin with emphasis on toxin. Yes, toxins are bad for us. What this is designed to do is enhance the taste of food and get us really excited. Okay, I don't know if you've ever not been hungry and you've been at a restaurant and you ate one of your buddy's fries and all of a sudden you're super hungry, you're excited, you've got to eat. This is what it does. It makes you excited. It literally can make dirt taste good. It can make plastic chicken nuggets at McDonald's taste good. It makes you fatter. It makes you addicted to the food. I mean, it's crazy. I think that these restaurants want this in their food. It's because it makes you addicted to them. And it makes you want to eat more of their food. It makes you want to keep coming back. Okay, it's said that MSG is as addictive as heroin. Okay, it's crazy. The next thing is industry-raised cattle, so beef, dairy, chickens. I mean, anything that is coming from one of these death camps where they cut the chicken's beaks off, it's the most inhumane thing on the planet. The cattle, the sheep, the chickens, they're pumped up full of steroids. They're full of antibiotics. So we're literally taking antibiotics just by eating the food. So when we are sick and we really need these antibiotics, we're becoming more and more immune to them because we're taking them on a daily basis. So they're becoming less and less effective. Okay? There's nothing wrong with eating meats, but consider eating grass-fed, organic beef, chicken, turkey, whatever it is. Okay? These things taste way better anyways. 10 times better, and you won't feel like you've just dropped into a food coma. We literally are what we eat, just like Mom said, right? Everything that we eat, 100% of it, all of the fiber is excreted out. Okay, we either poop it out or we pee it out, right? So what we're really getting from food is an energetic exchange. And if we're feeling like death after we're eating the food, if we're feeling a decrease in energy, that doesn't make any sense. That's not supposed to happen. Okay, it's literally killing us in every sense of the word. As far as milk goes, look for alternatives like almond milk, coconut milk, flax milk. These are awesome. You get used to them super quick. They taste really good. You can get them in vanilla. Yeah, they're awesome. The next thing is farm-raised fish. If you saw the farms where these fish are being bred, it's the most disgusting. It's like a cesspool. 60% of the fish have lice. It is disgusting. So consider getting wild-caught salmon and wild-caught fish. Even though it's hard these days because of the nuclear spills in Japan, most of the fish have radiation. Most wild-caught fish contain high levels of mercury. Mercury is a deadly poison. Okay, so be careful when it comes to fish. Do your research. When it comes to industry raised cattle and chicken, I would highly recommend watching the Netflix documentaries Vegucated, Forks Over Knives, Cowspiracy, Frankensteer. I'll put all of these references in the video description like I said before. Next thing is fluoride in your water. Our water contains fluoride in it. It contains a lot of nonsense in it, tap water. Fluoride was first introduced by Hitler in his concentration camps. Do you know why? Because it made the prisoners more docile. Okay? It's being banned all over the world in multiple different countries. It's deadly, and it has so many adverse effects, it's crazy. Consider getting a reverse osmosis filter, filter your water, distill your water, etc. Propylene glycol. This is in most lotions, most skincare products. It's the main ingredient in antifreeze, and it's poisonous. It's the main ingredient in antifreeze, okay? And it's in most of our skin supplies. Anything that we put on our skin is instantly absorbed. If you wouldn't eat it, don't put it on your skin. Our skin is the largest organ in our body. Okay? Anything that we put on our skin, we might as well be eating it, and it's poisonous. Look for it in your food, look for it in your lotions, stay away from it. Look at lotions and skincare products at Whole Foods, at health food stores. The next thing is sodium lauryl sulfate. This is found in most shampoos and conditioners. It is the main ingredient in rat poison, and it's poisonous. Anything that we put in our hair is absorbed into our body. Okay, consider getting shampoos and conditioners at health food stores like Whole Foods. You got to experiment with the ones that you like, but they're just as good, if not better. And it's not destroying your body. It's not killing you. And the last thing is processed refined sugar. We all know this is bad, but look at how bad it really is. Okay, there's a documentary you can watch called Fed Up, tremendously informative. Okay, now we're done talking about what we should keep out of our bodies, and on a more positive note, let's talk about what we should be adding to our diet. Just like your mom told you, you gotta eat a lot of fruits and vegetables. I would consider adding a lot of raw fruits and vegetables into our diet. Raw meaning obviously uncooked, okay? When we cook our food, we're cooking out a lot of the enzymes, a lot of the healthy properties that are in them. So eat more salads, eat more raw fruits, raw vegetables, tremendously good for you, okay? But we already know that, right? Everyone knows we should eat more vegetables, okay? Just do it. Just like Shia LaBeouf says in his video, do it! Just do it! Do it! Consider taking a whole food supplement. These are supplements that you can get at Whole Foods or any health food store. They contain all of the vital nutrients and everything that we need in one little pill, okay? Just by taking this pill, do our body tremendous good, okay? Whole food supplement. The one that I like is New Chapter. Garden of Life is a great company. Do your research. The next are taking greens, perfect food, and meal replacement shakes. We don't nearly as many vegetables as we need to, and even if we are, our soil quality is nowhere near the quality that it was 50, 100 years ago. So we need these even if we're eating a lot of raw organic vegetables. Okay, I really like the greens from Garden of Life. There's a lot of really awesome greens out there. I would recommend looking for raw greens and organic greens. Okay, you can use these as a meal replacement, etc. I would look at getting raw vegetable protein shakes or grass-fed whey protein. Okay, just take one of these. You can use that as a meal replacement. I would recommend juicing with a juicer. Okay, this is a juicer that you can buy. You put the vegetables in, it juices them. It takes out all of the fiber, so you're just getting juice. Tremendous health benefits. I would highly recommend, if you want to learn more about juicing, look up a video called Fat, Sick, and Nearly Dead. Okay, tremendous video. Also, you can look at smoothies. These are obviously, when you blend them up, you're keeping all the fiber, so they're gonna fill you up more. It's easier to clean. Smoothies are an awesome way to get all of your vegetables, to get fruits, to use them as a meal replacement. Tremendous resource. I would recommend fasting and cleansing. Our bodies are our vehicles, and just like our cars, you have to get the oil changed, you have to have tune-ups. So every quarter, every 6 months, if you're more crazy like us, you know, more often than that, but you should be fasting, meaning not eating for an extended period of time, not eating for a day, 2 days. Some people go 10 days with just drinking water. There's ridiculous benefits from giving your body a break from digestion, there's so many benefits. I'll include some resources. The next is cleansing. Very similar. Master Cleanse is an awesome cleanse. That's where you get lemonade, cayenne pepper, maple syrup, and you just drink that thing for 10 days. You will not believe the energy levels that you get on day 7, day 8. It's insane. You can go on juice cleanses. These cleanses are vitally important for our health, and they're good for weight loss. They're just awesome. Highly recommended. So I'll include, like I told you, I'm going to include all the resources. Please do your own independent research. Research these things, because I'm telling you, they work. They work. They've worked for me. They've worked for my family. They've worked for my friends. They work for everyone that does them. This is your life. Why not live it at the greatest levels that you can? Why not love your kids and play with your kids at optimal levels? With the most amount of energy, the most amount of playfulness. Let's live it at the best and greatest capacity that we can. I love you. I respect you. Thanks for taking the time to watch this video, and I'll see you on the next one. And on a side note, I always hear eating organic, eating better, going to health food stores is more expensive. Well, consider how expensive cancer is. Consider how expensive diabetes is. Buying insulin for the rest of your life. Think of your life if you didn't get the headaches, if you didn't have to go buy Tylenol, if you didn't have to go buy Excedrin, if you weren't getting sick because of these foods. It's actually far less expensive to eat right. Okay? And I know what you're thinking, and I hear it all the time. That's not going to happen to me. I'm not going to get cancer. I'm not going to get sick. I can almost guarantee you that's what everyone with cancer is saying. That's what most people with diabetes are saying. Well, it happens to someone, and it's happening to people all around the planet. So if we can prevent this from happening, why wouldn't we? Okay? If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments. I'm happy to answer them. I'll create a video where I'll answer any questions that you might have. I would love your comments, your feedback. Thank you so much. I appreciate you.